Hey everybody, John here, Homestead Preps. I just want to talk to you a little bit about homesteading and prepping together. It's something that you really gotta want to do. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna start prepping tomorrow," and do it. You can't just say, "Well, I'm gonna start a homestead tomorrow," and just do it. We have approximately 60 chickens on our homestead here, 8 pigs. We just finished up the goat pen yesterday, so we'll be getting our goats soon. We are working on the cattle, excuse me. Still getting all the barbed wire for the cattle to get in here. Uh, we've been fencing up around the gardens. It's not an easy job. It takes a lot of manpower. It takes a lot of hours to do it. But these are things that I'm doing for my family to survive, and we're doing. And I gotta put the "we are doing" part in there because it's not just me. It's not just another person. It's family. It's friends, and you have to count on these people to help you, and they do help you, and you gotta be grateful, and for them helping it. But some people don't understand that. Homesteading and prepping does go together. Homesteading, we're providing food for our family. You know, uh, Livestock, gardening, all the other good stuff. Now prepping comes into a little more other stuff. Holding back canning foods. Storing dry goods. It's it's a lot. Um, Making sure you have protection, medical. I use these little radios right here, and I keep set to the radio. I got a couple. We got one here. Got another one here. Got a few in the house. That one just has to be on the charger out here. But they're mini CB radio, ham radios actually was called, because that's what they are. The mini ham radios. I got that one set for weather. Whenever we get some weather in, I say, "Here, listen to it." This one's set for frequency. I'm not going to put it over here, but for when shit hits the fan, anybody who wants to come to my homestead knows the frequency that's on. And that's the frequency that we use around here at the farm, or farm homestead, we call it, when people go out into the fields and they're doing stuff with the animals, whatever like that. They carry radio, and they don't always carry it, but they're supposed to always carry it. That way, if something goes wrong, somebody gets hurt, they can key up on the radio and say, "Hey, I did this and such and such. I'm bleeding, my ankle hurts. I got problems walking. I blew up my knee. My son-in-law just blew out his knee last night. Now he's on crutches." But you, even when we're not in a state of emergency, you need to be prepared. Have the radios, make them, walk around with them. Luckily, when my son-in-law got hurt yesterday, he was, in eyesight, just up by the truck. But if he was down at the bottom of the field, 300 or 400, 500 feet, 600 feet away, 800 feet away, we would have never known it unless he carries a radio with him. And that's what they're for. It's not just for when shit hits the fan. We carry flashlights. I have 4 or 5 flashlights right here. These are flashlights we use when we go out into the field, blah blah, headlamps, so on. And these are ones everybody uses. And in this case, it's really important to put them flashlights back when they're done. And it's like, "Oh, I forgot it." I forget. The flashlights need to be there. The radios need to be there. The radios need to be charged all times. These two radios switch back and forth. I carry a radio in my van. I have a spare battery in my van. I carry a complete medical bag in my van. But you need to practice even outside of shit hits the fan situation. and making sure everybody is up to par. Make sure everybody knows the rules. You get up in the morning, they go feed, they go down to feed the animals before school, whatever, before work. Make sure they grab their radios. Make sure they have a blade on them, just in case they need it down there. I'm not saying they need to walk around with a machete or whatever, but make sure they always carry the blades. Last year, my son took his blade to school with him. He got a little bit of trouble for it, but oh well, I'm over it. He carries the blade to school probably more than what he doesn't, to be honest with you. But we're on a homestead here. His pocket knife is an everyday use thing here. It's a mechanic's screwdriver, mechanic's wrench. It's a plumber's pipe wrench. It's his tool. Cut rope, blah blah, so on. And you just need to make sure that everybody in your household, your family, whatever it may be, that's on the same page. And when things get abnormal, whatever like that, you're so used to it, you won't have to go outside of your comfort zone. Have your radios on hand. Know where they're at all times. Have your flashlights on hand. Know where they're at all times. When they walk out that door at night, make sure they have a flashlight with them. Make sure they have a radio with them. When they walk down out that door, take care of the livestock, whatever you're doing on your house, even if they're just going around the house, make sure they carry the radio with them. That way they get used to it. These radios are like 30, 40, I think they're $40 for two of them, whatever. They're a cool little ham radio. There's scanners, you can program it for, this one, again, I'll turn it on for you guys to show you. But I have different channels sitting here, A and B. You click it over, and you just go down. And I have my channel set here, which don't believe they're actually two ways, but because they're not. But I tell them channel 1, channel 2, so on. Then I got the scanner set into them. But it's important to remind everybody and make sure everybody gets on the same page of doing things. If somebody's off course, you need to get them on course. And you might hear the grandson a little bit. He's sitting here next to me in his little seat. But we don't know if something's going to happen 2 seconds from now, 2 days from now, 2 months from now, 2 years from now, or never. But the most important thing is be ready for when it does happen. Because you have to be. Your life, your family's life, your friend, whatever, they depend on it. Especially your family, especially your life. That's not something like, shit the fan, I'm sorry for your loss. It doesn't work like that. There is no I'm sorry for your loss. If you have somebody in your family who takes medical medicine daily, make sure they have their extra medications. Make sure they have enough for a couple months. And I'm not saying, steal it, buy it off the, back door of a truck, whatever. Cut down on the dosage a little bit and do it like that. If you're supposed to take 4, they take 3. That's giving you an extra one to work with to save up. You do stuff like that. Now, a lot of medications, like antibiotics you can get online. Fish mox, fish penicillin, blah, blah. You can get all that shit online. Same exact thing. I'm not going to tell you to take it, but I'm not going to tell you not to take it. If I was sick and I needed antibiotics, yes, I would take it. Um, you know, you know what you're allergic to. I'm not saying if you do take it, take 4 at once, whatever. Take for 4 days straight. What? If you get one, get a bottle of it. Take one. See how your body reacts towards it over 2 or 3 days. Don't take two or three, just take one. And if your body reacts fine for taking one, you go 2 days, nothing happens. Take two one day. Or take two, like one today, one tomorrow. Go a couple days and see how your body reacts towards it. Just to be safe. To me, it's not worth dying over. A lot of people take it. I'm not going to tell you to. I'm not going to tell you not to. If you've never taken it, and you thought about getting it, get a bottle. Again, take one today. Don't take none for 2 days. You feel fine. No, not nausea, not, you know, getting the highs, whatever. Take one the next day. Take another one the next day. And there you go. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, don't take it again. That simple. But, once you think about it, a lot of things going on in this world. A lot of crazy, crazy shit. People say, oh, it just happens all the time. We just don't realize it. No. A lot of strange shit's going on. November, we got the election. We got the holidays coming up. Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, we got New Year's. Something's gonna happen, people. And I'm not gonna say it's gonna be World War III or, it's gonna be apocalypse. It's just something's gonna happen. We've been having a lot of school shootings again, and a lot of just fucking stupid mass shootings, whatever you want to call it, and just stupid shit. And you don't know when it's gonna happen. And some bystander, some teacher and their kid was walking across the sidewalk the other day and got shot. It happens. You could be going down the road and piss the dude off behind you because you brake too damn fast because a dog ran out in front of you and he's going to try shooting your car. It happens. So you just don't need to be prepared for when shit hits the fan. You just need to be prepared. Yes, I think something's going to happen major. I'm not the only person saying that. I'm not trying to scare you. I don't care what involves you or not. At the end of the day, if something happens to you, it's not my responsibility. My responsibility is my wife, my kids. Sorry about that. Daughter walked out. But again, my responsibility is my wife, my kids, my grandkids. Now, all my kids live here at the homestead. Some are several hundred miles away. Um, some of my grandkids are 700 miles away. Do I wish they were here? Absolutely. Does it look like they're coming here anytime soon? No. Nothing I can do about that. The ones I can protect are the ones that are here with me now. And that's my job, to protect them. That's my job, to make sure they have food, make sure they have water, make sure they have shelter, make sure that anything comes along medical, I can protect them. I have 2 son-in-laws here on the premises. My job is to protect them. Just like their job is to protect their girlfriend slash fiance slash future wife. And, his job, one of his jobs is also to protect his son. And just along with his son, he needs to protect, his sister-in-laws and just so on. It's something for you guys to think about, and I know this is becoming a long video, but do that. Think about it. Think about where you're at with your family. Think about, is everybody on the same page? Is everybody doing what they're supposed to be doing when they leave your door? If they go down the road, they got their cell phones or their cell phones charged. Do they have a way to charge their cell phones while they're out? Make sure they have all this. Do they have a pocket knife on them at least? All my vehicles are equipped with pocket knives. But still, do they have this, and this? Do they have something for medical? But anyway, folks, grandson needs me. I'm out of here. Later, folks.